The Stoics, an ancient school of philosophy, believed that true strength lies not in conquering external forces, but in mastering our own emotions. In today's world, this wisdom is more relevant than ever. Have you ever felt drained by negativity after interacting with someone toxic? Toxic people can disrupt our mental well-being, leaving us feeling frustrated and powerless. But what if there were practical strategies to navigate these difficult dynamics? In today's video, we'll explore 13 practical Stoic-inspired ideas that will equip you with the ability to handle toxic people with compassion, grace, and resilience. Join us on a journey to protect your emotional well-being. And by the end of this video, you'll be armed with a toolbox of Stoic wisdom to manage toxic people effectively. Before we start with the first practical Stoic ideas, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of our valuable content. So, take a deep breath and let's get started right now. 1. Identifying and understanding the toxic threat. Imagine yourself as a guard standing watch at the entrance of your personal citadel, the stronghold of your inner tranquility and emotional well-being. This citadel represents your physical health and emotional safety. Awareness stands as your first line of defense in safeguarding this fortress. Just as a vigilant guard must detect potential threats, you too must learn to recognize the signs that a toxic individual is approaching. In the words of Epictetus, the Stoic philosopher, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. This wisdom is particularly pertinent when dealing with toxic people, whose negativity and manipulative behaviors can only affect us as much as we allow them to. Cultivating a Stoic perspective involves maintaining a calm, objective view of situations and understanding that our judgments shape our reactions. Identifying toxic behavior involves recognizing patterns such as constant criticism, where someone consistently undermines your confidence or manipulates you through flattery, guilt trips, or threats. Toxic individuals often thrive on negativity, always focusing on the worst aspects of situations and dragging others down with their pessimism. Beyond these general behaviors, specific toxic personalities exist. For example, narcissists crave constant admiration and validation, initially appearing charming but ultimately draining those around them emotionally. Energy vampires feed off interactions, leaving others exhausted and depleted after every encounter. Gossips stir up trouble and friction for their own amusement, creating social turmoil wherever they go. Developing a mental map of these toxic personalities allows you to anticipate their strategies and protect your emotional well-being effectively. Much like a Stoic strategist prepares to counter adversaries, understanding these toxic types empowers you to maintain inner peace and fortify your personal citadel against negative influences. Epictetus' teaching reminds us that our inner peace is within our control. How we interpret and react to toxic behaviors determines their impact on us. Cultivating a Stoic mindset means understanding that external events, even the actions of toxic individuals, do not dictate our inner state unless we allow them to. Learning to identify toxic behaviors is crucial for maintaining emotional well-being. Constant criticism from toxic individuals can erode self-esteem and create self-doubt. Manipulative tactics such as flattery or guilt trips aim to control your actions and emotions, while constant negativity can drain your energy and optimism. Specific types of toxic personalities, such as narcissists or energy vampires, have distinct characteristics that make them harmful to your emotional health. Narcissists may initially charm you, but ultimately make interactions feel one-sided and exhausting. Energy vampires leave you mentally and emotionally fatigued after spending time with them. Gossips thrive on spreading rumors and causing discord, disrupting harmony wherever they go. Building awareness of these toxic personalities is akin to developing a strategy to protect your personal citadel. Just as a Stoic philosopher would strategize to defend against threats, understanding these toxic types enables you to anticipate their behaviors and shield yourself from their negative impact. In summary, safeguarding your emotional well-being begins with recognizing and understanding the behaviors of toxic individuals. Cultivating a Stoic perspective helps you maintain calm and clarity in the face of negativity and manipulation. By identifying warning signs and specific toxic personalities, you empower yourself to fortify your inner citadel against harmful influences, ensuring your peace and well-being remain intact. 2. Fortify your emotional walls. Marcus Aurelius, the esteemed Stoic emperor of Rome, understood the essence of ruling a vast empire, possessing power, knowledge, and unwavering determination. This wisdom extends beyond the realm of governance and into the fortification of your inner citadel, your emotional well-being. Just as an emperor defends his realm from external threats, you must protect your emotional territory with equal vigilance. In Stoic philosophy, reason and self-control are paramount. Begin by identifying what drains your energy or violates your sense of self. It might be the persistent pessimism of a friend, the manipulative behavior of a coworker, or the intrusive advice of a family member. Acknowledge these sources of negativity and be honest with yourself about what you will not tolerate. Once you've delineated these boundaries, it's crucial to communicate them clearly and assertively. Channel your inner Marcus Aurelius. Be firm yet fair. Use I statements to express your feelings directly without casting blame. For example, instead of saying, "You are always negative," you might say, "I feel drained when conversations focus on unpleasant things." Specificity helps avoid misunderstandings and makes your boundaries clearer. The Stoics were acutely aware of the dangers posed by envy and toxic behavior. Setting boundaries is not an act of selfishness. It is a necessary step to safeguard your emotional well-being and create space for inner peace. A strong emotional citadel, fortified with clearly defined and defended boundaries, is essential on your Stoic journey toward a tranquil life. Fortifying your emotional boundaries is akin to fortifying the walls of a citadel. It is a profound journey towards self-mastery and inner peace. By cultivating strength, knowledge, and unwavering determination, you can effectively protect your emotional well-being. The foundation of this journey lies in understanding your own limits and needs. Much like an emperor discerning friend from foe, you must identify what drains your energy or undermines your sense of self. This might include persistent negativity from others, manipulative behaviors, or unsolicited advice that disrupts your peace of mind. Consistency is key in maintaining these boundaries. Like a vigilant ruler, you must uphold your standards regardless of external pressures. If someone crosses a boundary, calmly reassert it. This is not about confrontation, but about self-preservation and maintaining emotional balance. Limiting interactions or withdrawing from toxic situations can be necessary steps to protect your inner peace. Stoic teachings caution against the pitfalls of envy and toxicity. By setting and enforcing boundaries, you're not being selfish. Rather, you're prioritizing your emotional health. This proactive approach allows you to create a safe space for personal growth and serenity amidst life's challenges. Picture your emotional citadel. Fortified with well-defined boundaries, it becomes a sanctuary of tranquility. Just as Marcus Aurelius fortified Rome, you're fortifying your inner world against the chaos of negativity and emotional turmoil. This metaphorical citadel stands as a testament to your commitment to self-respect and self-care. In practicing Stoic principles of reason and self-control, you cultivate resilience. Each boundary you establish serves as a shield against unnecessary stress and emotional harm. Embrace this journey with the wisdom of an emperor, firm in conviction yet open to growth and understanding. Remember, the process of fortifying your emotional boundaries is ongoing. It requires patience and introspection to refine and adapt as circumstances evolve. Trust in your ability to navigate challenges with clarity and grace, drawing strength from ancient wisdom that has withstood the test of time. You are not just protecting yourself from external threats. You are nurturing a deeper connection to your truest self. Like Marcus Aurelius, let your boundaries reflect your commitment to living a life of integrity and inner peace, where self-respect and emotional well-being flourish. Maintain consistency in enforcing your boundaries. Like a vigilant ruler defending against invasions, remain steadfast. If someone disregards your limits, calmly remind them of the boundary. If necessary, limit your interaction or withdraw entirely from the situation. Remember, setting boundaries is about self-protection, not punishment. Let's discover this story together to know how's important to fortify your walls. The tale of Aurelia and her inner citadel. In the ancient city of Viridiana, nestled within the rolling hills of a vast and prosperous empire, lived a wise and introspective young woman named Aurelia. Viridiana was known for its grandeur, with its towering walls and bustling marketplaces, but Aurelia was more concerned with the fortifications of a different kind. The walls of her inner citadel, her emotional well-being. Aurelia had grown up under the guidance of her grandfather, a devoted scholar of Stoic philosophy. He often regaled her with tales of the great Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor who ruled with wisdom, strength, and compassion. Inspired by these stories, Aurelia aspired to cultivate the same inner strength and tranquility in her own life. As Aurelia grew older, she found herself increasingly aware of the challenges that threatened her emotional peace. She noticed that certain people and situations drained her energy and disturbed her sense of self. Her friend, Cassius, for example, was perpetually pessimistic, always focusing on the negative aspects of life. Her co-worker, Livia, was manipulative, constantly trying to undermine Aurelia's confidence to elevate her own status. Even her well-meaning aunt, Octavia, often gave unsolicited advice that left Aurelia feeling overwhelmed and incapable. Determined to fortify her inner citadel, Aurelia decided to take action. She began by identifying the specific behaviors and interactions that depleted her energy. She reflected on how Cassius's negativity, Livia's manipulation, and Octavia's advice affected her emotionally. Aurelia realized that she needed to establish clear boundaries to protect her emotional well-being. Drawing inspiration from Marcus Aurelius, Aurelia approached each person with a firm yet fair mindset. She decided to have honest conversations, using I statements to express her feelings without blaming others. One afternoon, she invited Cassius for a walk through the serene gardens of Viridiana. As they strolled, she gently said, "Cassius, I value our friendship, but I feel drained when our conversations focus solely on the negative aspects of life. I need to surround myself with more positivity." Cassius, initially taken aback, appreciated Aurelia's honesty and promised to be more mindful of his words. Next, Aurelia addressed Livia. One day at work, when Livia attempted to undermine her during a team meeting, Aurelia calmly pulled her aside afterward. "Livia," she said, "I feel undermined when my contributions are not acknowledged. I need a work environment where we support and respect each other's ideas." Livia, confronted with Aurelia's assertiveness, had no choice but to reflect on her behavior. Finally, Aurelia spoke with her Aunt Octavia over a cup of tea. "Aunt Octavia," she began, "I appreciate your concern, but I feel overwhelmed when you give me unsolicited advice. I need to make my own decisions and learn from my experiences." Octavia, though initially hurt, came to understand Aurelia's need for independence and respected her wishes. With each conversation, Aurelia felt her inner citadel grow stronger. She found that setting these boundaries not only protected her emotional well-being, but also improved her relationships. People began to respect her more, and she felt a newfound sense of peace and autonomy. However, Aurelia knew that maintaining these boundaries required consistency and vigilance. Like a ruler defending against invasions, she remained steadfast. Whenever someone crossed a boundary, she calmly reasserted it. If necessary, she limited her interactions or withdrew from toxic situations entirely. She understood that setting boundaries was not about confrontation, but about self-preservation and emotional balance. As months passed, Aurelia's emotional citadel became a sanctuary of tranquility. Just as Marcus Aurelius fortified Rome against external threats, Aurelia fortified her inner world against the chaos of negativity and emotional turmoil. Her metaphorical citadel stood as a testament to her commitment to self-respect and self-care. Aurelia embraced Stoic principles of reason and self-control, cultivating resilience. Each boundary she established served as a shield against unnecessary stress and emotional harm. She embraced her journey with the wisdom of an emperor, firm in conviction yet open to growth and understanding. Aurelia's story spread throughout Viridiana, inspiring others to fortify their own emotional boundaries. They saw in her a model of strength and wisdom, someone who navigated life's challenges with clarity and grace. They learned that fortifying one's emotional walls was not just about protection from external threats. It was about nurturing a deeper connection to one's truest self. In the years that followed, Viridiana thrived not just as a city of grandeur, but as a community of individuals committed to living lives of integrity and inner peace. Aurelia's legacy endured, a testament to the power of setting boundaries and cultivating emotional well-being. And so, in the heart of Viridiana, amidst the rolling hills and bustling marketplaces, the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius lived on through Aurelia's story, a reminder that, with strength, knowledge, and unwavering determination, anyone could fortify their inner citadel and achieve a life of tranquility and self-respect. 3. Become uninteresting to the emotional barbarian. Consider a ferocious emotional barbarian driven by pessimism and constantly seeking dramatic conflict. Certain individuals thrive on this negative behavior, relying on your attention and emotional response to fuel their fire. They poke and provoke with insults, hoping to elicit a reaction, whether it's anger, hurt, or frustration. The gray rock method, inspired by Stoic ideals of emotional regulation and indifference to external stimuli, emerges as a powerful tool in such scenarios. Let's delve deeper into understanding and applying the gray rock method to manage interactions with those who thrive on conflict and negativity. Firstly, it's crucial to understand the nature of emotional barbarians. These individuals derive satisfaction from creating turmoil and extracting emotional reactions from others. Their behavior often stems from deep-seated issues such as insecurity, low self-esteem, or a need for control. By provoking others, they gain a sense of power and validation. Recognizing their motivations helps us see that their actions reflect their inner turmoil rather than our worth. The gray rock method, coined by therapist Paul Fredman, offers a strategic approach to dealing with such individuals. This method advocates for emotional detachment rather than engagement. Imagine yourself as a smooth gray rock, neutral, unyielding, and devoid of any emotional handholds. When you present yourself in this manner, the emotional barbarian finds nothing to latch onto, nothing to provoke a reaction from. This lack of reaction deprives them of the emotional fuel they seek. Drawing from Stoic philosophy, particularly the teachings of Seneca, we find a strong foundation for the gray rock method. Seneca emphasized the importance of finding happiness within oneself and not relying on external validation. Applying this principle, we can see how emotional barbarians lose their power over us when we stop seeking their approval or fearing their disapproval. By responding neutrally and factually to their provocations, we prevent the escalation of conflict and maintain our inner peace. Implementing the gray rock method involves a conscious effort to remain composed and neutral in the face of provocation. When an emotional barbarian insults or criticizes, responding with a calm, factual statement rather than an emotional reaction is key. For instance, if someone accuses you of being lazy, a neutral response might be, "I completed my tasks for today." This response neither acknowledges the insult nor provides an emotional reaction, effectively disarming the provocateur. It's crucial to avoid being drawn into emotional disputes or justifications. Emotional barbarians often use tactics like sarcasm, guilt trips, or hostility to provoke a reaction. Recognizing these tactics and remaining steadfast in your neutrality is essential. By not engaging in their emotional games, you protect your emotional well-being and maintain your composure. While the gray rock method is effective, it is not an instant solution. Initially, the emotional barbarian might escalate their behavior in an attempt to elicit a reaction. This is a crucial phase where consistency and resilience are key. Understanding that you are not responsible for their negativity helps you maintain your stance. Over time, the emotional barbarian will likely tire of the lack of response and seek out more reactive targets. Adopting a Stoic mindset, influenced by the gray rock method, transforms you from a passive victim of emotional manipulation into a composed observer. This shift in perspective is empowering. It allows you to see the emotional barbarian's behavior for what it truly is, a desperate attempt to gain control and validation. By not playing into their hands, you reclaim your power and safeguard your emotional health. This helpful method can be challenging, especially in close relationships where emotions run high. It requires practice and patience to master. However, the benefits are profound. By maintaining your emotional equilibrium, you not only protect yourself but also set a healthy example for others. Your calm demeanor can inspire those around you to adopt similar strategies, fostering a more harmonious environment. The goal of the gray rock method is to create a protective barrier between you and the toxic behavior of others. It is about preserving your inner peace and well-being in the face of external chaos. By embracing this method, you take control of your emotional landscape, refusing to let the negativity of others dictate your state of mind. This is a powerful act of self-care and resilience. In conclusion, the concept of becoming uninteresting to the emotional barbarian through the gray rock method is a profound strategy for managing toxic interactions. It draws on ancient wisdom and modern psychology to offer a practical solution for maintaining emotional well-being. By presenting yourself as emotionally unreactive, you starve the emotional barbarian of the reactions they crave, ultimately safeguarding your own inner peace. 4. The broken record technique. Picture being constantly bombarded by a manipulative individual who persistently tries to break down your defenses with deceptive arguments and emotional manipulation. This relentless pressure can be exhausting and distressing. However, you need not worry. The principles of Stoicism, particularly the unwavering commitment to reason and perseverance, inspire the powerful broken record technique, a highly effective defensive strategy. Designed to counter deceptive tactics, the broken record technique involves repeatedly stating your position clearly and consistently, much like a broken record that plays the same phrase over and over. Despite its simplicity, this approach can be incredibly effective in fending off attempts to divert your focus and undermine your boundaries. Epictetus, a central figure in Stoic philosophy, embodies the essence of this method. He emphasizes that freedom is the only good, referring to the power of perseverance. This concept of freedom includes the right to set your own boundaries and the liberty to decline requests without needing to justify your decision. The broken record technique epitomizes this principle, allowing you to show resolute determination and prevent manipulators from steering you off course by calmly and consistently reiterating your stance. Manipulators often use emotional tactics such as flattery, guilt trips, or anger to sway you. The broken record technique helps you deflect these emotional strategies, keeping the discussion grounded in reason. By persistently restating your position, you disrupt the manipulator's narrative, exposing the flaws in their arguments. Visualize a wave crashing against a sturdy rock. The rock remains unmoved while the wave dissipates. Contrary to what some may believe, the broken record technique is not about confrontation. It's about calmly standing your ground and enforcing your boundaries. Stoicism emphasizes reason and logic as key tools for navigating life's challenges. By employing this method, you arm yourself against exploitation and protect your inner peace with unwavering resolve. 5. Don't take the bait. Consider a skillful angler casting a line, baited with negativity, aiming to ensnare you in a spiral of emotional turmoil. Toxic individuals often use provocations, insults, or guilt trips to provoke a reaction, hoping to fuel their drama and feed their negativity. Yet, Stoic philosophy offers a robust defense: indifference. This indifference differs from apathy. It's an emotional detachment from situations that can distort our reason. Stoic thinkers, especially Epictetus, differentiated between apathy, a state of indifference and listlessness, and true indifference, which is a deliberate disconnection from negative emotions and judgments. When dealing with toxic individuals, understanding this distinction is crucial. First, recognize the strategy. Identify the signs that a toxic person is trying to ensnare you. Are they making sarcastic remarks, offering veiled insults, or delivering guilt trips disguised as suggestions? Once you recognize the tactic, it loses much of its power. The bait is designed to provoke anger, annoyance, or defensiveness. Detach yourself from this emotional trap. Stoic indifference allows you to avoid becoming emotionally entangled in the negativity. Imagine viewing the bait calmly, unaffected by its potential to incite you. When you don't respond to their negative comments, their drama loses its power due to lack of engagement. This practice does not require you to become cold or indifferent. Stoicism encourages the expression of positive emotions while focusing on detachment from negative feelings that are beyond your control. By channeling your emotions toward manageable aspects, you transform from a participant in their drama to a detached observer. This shift demonstrates your refusal to get caught in their emotional traps, preserving your inner tranquility as a sanctuary untouched by the turbulence others may try to create. In the next part, let's delve into the art of the non-reaction, a Stoic strategy that can empower you in dealing with verbal gladiators and toxic individuals who thrive on conflict and emotional turmoil. Imagine encountering someone who seems to thrive on verbal sparring, using insults and provocations as their weapons of choice. These individuals derive satisfaction from heated arguments and seek to draw you into their emotional vortex. It's a challenging scenario, as our natural inclination is often to respond defensively or engage in the conflict, believing that by doing so, we can somehow control or mitigate the situation. However, Stoicism offers a different perspective. It teaches us the power of mastering our reactions and maintaining inner calm, especially in the face of provocation. Silence, in this context, is not passive but an active choice, a strategic response aimed at disrupting the cycle of negativity and disarming the toxic dynamics at play. Marcus Aurelius, a prominent figure in Stoic philosophy and a Roman emperor known for his wisdom, emphasized the futility of engaging in arguments that serve no constructive purpose. His teachings resonate deeply here. By refusing to react emotionally, you deprive toxic individuals of the fuel they need to sustain their behavior. You essentially remove yourself from their game, refusing to be a participant in their drama. In practical terms, the art of the non-reaction involves consciously choosing not to respond to insults, provocations, or manipulative tactics. This doesn't mean ignoring or suppressing your emotions. Rather, it means acknowledging them while choosing not to express them outwardly in a way that feeds into the toxic cycle. It requires a high level of emotional intelligence and self-awareness to maintain composure in such situations. Silence, in this context, becomes a powerful form of communication. It conveys strength, self-control, and a refusal to engage in futile arguments. Just as a skilled tennis player might let a powerful serve pass without attempting to return it, your non-reaction sends a clear message. You will not be drawn into unnecessary conflict or emotional turmoil. Of course, practicing the art of the non-reaction is not without its challenges. Toxic individuals may escalate their behavior in an attempt to provoke a reaction from you. They might intensify their insults or manipulations, testing your resolve. It's crucial to stay steadfast in your commitment to maintaining emotional detachment and refusing to participate in their destructive games. Remember, silence is not a sign of weakness but a mark of strength and self-assurance. It allows you to preserve your inner peace and mental well-being in the face of external chaos. It's about choosing your battles wisely and recognizing that not every provocation requires a response. In essence, the art of the non-reaction is about reclaiming control over your emotional responses and asserting boundaries in a dignified manner. It aligns with Stoic principles of resilience, wisdom, and self-mastery. By cultivating the ability to remain calm and composed in the midst of conflict, you not only protect yourself from emotional harm, but also set an example of integrity and strength for others. In conclusion, while engaging with toxic individuals can be challenging, the art of the non-reaction offers a profound way to navigate such interactions with grace and resilience. It's a strategic approach rooted in Stoic philosophy that empowers you to preserve your peace of mind, assert your boundaries, and refuse to be drawn into unnecessary conflicts. By embracing silence as a tool for self-preservation, you uphold your dignity and maintain control over your emotional well-being in any situation. 7. Limit your exposure. Do you know about the concept of limiting your exposure to toxic individuals in a way that aligns with Stoic principles, which can help you preserve your mental well-being and navigate challenging interpersonal dynamics? Then, imagine yourself within the walls of your mental citadel, where your peace and tranquility are carefully guarded. However, even the strongest defenses can occasionally face intrusion from external threats. In this case, toxic individuals who may attempt to breach your emotional boundaries. Here, the Stoic principle of focusing on what you can control becomes crucial. While you cannot dictate the behavior of others, you have the power to manage your own exposure to them. A fundamental strategy in protecting your mental fortress is to limit your exposure to toxic individuals whenever possible. This begins with establishing physical distance. Can you avoid unnecessary encounters with them? For instance, you might choose to reschedule a lunch appointment or politely excuse yourself from a conversation that seems to be heading towards negativity. This isn't about being rude. Rather, it's a proactive measure akin to a Stoic leader avoiding unnecessary conflicts that could disrupt their peace. However, complete avoidance isn't always practical, especially if toxic individuals are colleagues, family members, or close friends. In such cases, it becomes crucial to establish emotional distance. Epictetus, a revered Stoic philosopher, emphasized the importance of mental detachment as foundational to happiness and freedom. This involves understanding toxic behavior without allowing it to influence your own emotional state. You can observe their negativity impartially, maintaining your inner calm and not letting their actions dictate your mood. Cognitive reframing, another technique influenced by Stoic wisdom, can be immensely helpful here. This approach involves reframing negative interactions into objective observations. For instance, if a coworker constantly complains or criticizes, you might consciously think they seem to be going through a tough time, rather than absorbing their negativity as a personal attack. Redirect your focus to positive aspects of your life, such as fulfilling hobbies, meaningful work, and supportive relationships that serve as emotional buffers against their negativity. Limiting your exposure to toxic influences isn't a sign of weakness. It's a proactive step towards self-preservation and self-care. Stoicism promotes living virtuously and making rational decisions based on reason and moral principles. By consciously reducing interactions with negative individuals and situations, You create space to nurture a positive inner life and cultivate resilience in the face of adversity. Imagine your mental fortress fortified by a metaphorical moat, a barrier that not only protects you physically but also shields your peace of mind from the corrosive effects of toxic behavior. This visualization underscores the importance of creating boundaries that safeguard your mental and emotional well-being. Just as a Stoic leader would strategically manage their resources and alliances, you too can manage your interactions to foster a thriving inner life. Moreover, limiting exposure to toxicity allows you to prioritize relationships and environments that promote growth and positivity. It aligns with Stoic ideals of leading a life rooted in virtue and reason, where personal integrity and emotional resilience are paramount. By reducing engagement with negativity, you actively choose to invest in experiences and connections that contribute positively to your well-being. In essence, the practice of limiting exposure to toxic individuals is a form of self-empowerment and self-protection. It enables you to assert control over your emotional environment and maintain a sense of inner peace amidst external challenges. This approach not only honors Stoic principles of emotional resilience and self-mastery, but also fosters personal growth and fulfillment by focusing on what truly enhances your well-being. 8. Build your support system. Have you ever envisioned yourself as the sentinel standing watch at the gates of your inner fortress? Picture the sturdy walls of your castle, fortified with boundaries that shield you from negativity, and imagine mastering the art of non-reaction to preserve your peace. You've diligently minimized the presence of toxic influences in your life. Yet, as formidable as these defenses may be, every guardian needs more than walls and boundaries alone. Consider this: who stands beside you in this fortress of your soul? In the teachings of ancient Stoic philosophers like Seneca, the concept of living in harmony with nature emphasized the necessity of a supportive network composed of virtuous individuals. These trusted allies not only inspire and uplift you, but also share your core beliefs and values. They are the stalwart companions who lend a listening ear, offer sage advice, and fortify your resolve during life's trials. Your support system acts as a resilient phalanx, a formation that surrounds you with strength and solidarity, buffering against the emotional toll of toxic relationships. Within this circle of trust, you find a safe haven to share experiences and release frustrations. Their empathy and understanding serve as a constant reminder that you are not alone in your journey. Moreover, toxic individuals have a way of undermining your self-worth and peace of mind. Yet, your supportive network counteracts these effects by reinforcing your inherent value and potential. Their encouragement fuels your courage to confront challenges head-on and navigate adversity with grace. Beyond mere support, these virtuous allies also serve as beacons of guidance and role models for the virtues you aspire to embody. Witnessing their resilience, compassion, and positive outlook on life inspires you to cultivate these qualities within yourself. Building and nurturing such a robust support system is an ongoing process of fostering existing relationships and seeking out new connections that align with your principles. Investing quality time in meaningful interactions with those who uplift and inspire you is crucial. Whether through shared interests in clubs, volunteer work, or online communities, these environments naturally foster mutual encouragement and growth. Expressing gratitude to your allies for their unwavering support and positive influence further strengthens these bonds and reinforces the foundation of your Stoic phalanx. Imagine the transformation. Your support system evolves into an unyielding shield against negativity, imbuing you with renewed strength, perspective, and a deep-seated optimism. Just as every well-fortified fortress benefits from a strong defense, your inner peace thrives under the protection of a steadfast support system. Embrace the journey of cultivating and nurturing your Stoic phalanx, ensuring that your inner serenity remains secure and protected amidst life's challenges. 9. Prioritize self-care. Engaging with toxic individuals can often feel like being caught in an emotional battleground, where your energy and sense of peace are constantly under siege. It's crucial to recognize the toll this takes on your well-being and to prioritize self-care as a fundamental aspect of your daily life. Imagine yourself as a Stoic warrior. After enduring the rigors of battle, you tend to your wounds and sharpen your blade to face future challenges with strength and clarity. Integrating self-care into your routine isn't just a luxury. It's a necessity for maintaining your mental and emotional health. Just as a Stoic warrior values preparation and endurance, you too can benefit from replenishing your emotional reserves through activities that bring you genuine joy and relaxation. Whether it's the invigorating rush of physical exercise or the soothing balm of creative expression through art or writing, these practices serve as vital tools to combat stress and restore balance. Consider meditation as another cornerstone of your self-care regimen, drawing parallels to the introspective practices of the Stoics. Meditation offers a sanctuary where you can quiet your mind, detach from negative thoughts, and foster a deep sense of inner peace. By cultivating this practice, you equip yourself with a powerful method to manage the emotional turbulence stirred by toxic interactions. Nature, revered by the Stoics for its calming influence and perspective-giving properties, also plays a crucial role in modern self-care practices. Spending time outdoors, whether in a serene park or amidst the tranquil woods, provides a natural antidote to stress and negativity. The profound effects of nature on your mood and overall well-being underscore its importance in fortifying your emotional resilience. View self-care not merely as a reactive measure, but as proactive maintenance for your emotional health. Just as a Stoic warrior diligently maintains their armor, you can nurture your resilience by attending to your physical and emotional needs before they reach a critical point. Listen attentively to your body's signals, whether it's fatigue, tension, or emotional exhaustion, and respond with compassion by prioritizing rest, healthy nutrition, and regular breaks. Establishing boundaries around your self-care time is essential. Much like setting boundaries with toxic individuals, safeguarding your relaxation and rejuvenation periods ensures that you can sustain your emotional well-being over the long term. Recognize that prioritizing yourself is not selfish. It's an act of self-preservation that enables you to show up more fully in all aspects of your life. By integrating these principles into your daily routine, you align yourself with the Stoic tradition of fortitude and wisdom. Embrace the mindset that through self-care, you cultivate not only resilience but also clarity and a more balanced perspective. Armed with emotional fortitude and a robust self-care routine, you can effectively shield yourself against the negativity of toxic individuals and radiate positivity in your interactions and endeavors. Ultimately, prioritizing self-care isn't just about surviving, it's about thriving. By investing in your well-being, you empower yourself to navigate life's challenges with grace and resilience, embodying the essence of a Stoic warrior who faces adversity with inner strength and unwavering resolve. 10. Remember, it's not about you. Imagine standing under a dark, ominous cloud that relentlessly pours negativity over you, blocking your view of the vibrant world around you. When dealing with toxic individuals, you often find yourself in situations like this. They create a toxic atmosphere by projecting their own anxieties, insecurities, and problems onto those around them, resulting in a pervasive negative impact. In this context, the Stoic concept of prohairesis becomes a powerful shield. It teaches us to see ourselves as wise observers, standing apart from the emotional whirlwind. Through the practice of prohairesis, we become objective analyzers of our circumstances, distancing ourselves from the negativity and focusing instead on the rational aspects. Maintaining this level of detachment when interacting with toxic individuals is crucial because their criticisms and negativity are seldom truly personal. Instead, they are a manifestation of their internal struggles. By adopting Stoic detachment, You can navigate these toxic interactions more effectively. Toxic individuals often resort to blame, criticism, and negativity to divert attention from their own flaws. By recognizing this projection for what it is, you can observe their behavior with the impartiality of a scientist examining a phenomenon. Their negativity is a reflection of their internal turmoil, not a judgment of your worth. Their actions do not define your character, but rather reveal their own unresolved issues. Consider the analogy of the dark cloud. Although it casts a shadow, it does not alter the ground it momentarily darkens. Above the cloud, the sun continues to shine brightly. Epictetus, a prominent Stoic philosopher, reminds us that our lives are not inherently short. Rather, we squander much of our time. This underscores the importance of focusing on your Stoic journey. Our lives are sufficiently long to achieve significant goals if we use our time wisely. Do not waste your precious time and energy entangled in the negativity of toxic individuals. Maintain your emotional distance, prioritize your well-being, and continue progressing on the Stoic path toward a life filled with virtue and tranquility. Detachment does not equate to apathy. You can empathize with their struggles without becoming ensnared in their emotional storms. Practicing Stoic detachment protects your inner peace and emotional health, transforming you from a passive target into a centered observer. Remember, the sun still shines brilliantly above the dark clouds. 11. Don't try to fix them. The urge to heal, mend, and take on the role of a therapist can be powerful, especially when dealing with someone you care about who exhibits harmful behaviors. However, from a Stoic perspective, this approach often leads to frustration and depletes your emotional resources. Transforming toxic individuals requires their own willpower and effort, much like plants overwhelmed by weeds need their own strength to thrive. Stoicism emphasizes focusing on what you can control, your own reactions and interactions, rather than attempting to change a toxic person. Accountability for their actions lies solely with the individual. They must choose to confront their negative emotions and pursue virtue. Assuming this responsibility for them creates an unhealthy dynamic and hinders their personal growth. A fundamental Stoic principle is accepting things beyond your control, including the actions of others, external circumstances, and the ever-changing conditions of life. The negativity exhibited by toxic individuals exemplifies this principle. Accepting this reality liberates you from the futile effort to change them. Imagine your inner tranquility as a flourishing garden. The toxic people in your life, with their negativity, are like weeds threatening to suffocate your growth. Trying to uproot these weeds in someone else's garden wastes your time and effort. Focus on what truly matters: building positive connections, nurturing your virtues, and engaging in self-care practices. While Stoicism values helping others achieve virtue, there are ways to encourage self-reflection in toxic individuals without overstepping boundaries. Instead of dictating their path to change, offer resources that might inspire their introspection. This could include a book on effective communication, a recommendation for therapy, or a gentle suggestion to reflect on the consequences of their actions. Led by example, embodying Stoic principles in your life. Your calm demeanor, measured responses, and unwavering focus on virtue can serve as a beacon of the transformative power of Stoic philosophy. Despite your best efforts, some toxic individuals may remain entrenched in their negativity. In such cases, Stoicism advises setting clear boundaries and, if necessary, distancing yourself to safeguard your well-being. Remember, you cannot control their journey, but you can choose your own path. By internalizing these principles, you transform from a frustrated fixer into a Stoic guide. You can offer support without compromising your health, cultivating a garden that thrives despite the weeds growing in others' lives. 12. Forgive yourself. Let's talk about the next skill that helps you to deal with toxic people. Forgive yourself. Imagine you are about to embark on a lengthy journey, carrying a hefty bag filled with hatred and fury toward a poisonous individual. This burden not only weighs you down, but also drains your energy, making it difficult to make any real progress. In the Stoic framework, forgiveness is a deeply personal process of releasing one's emotional baggage, not for the sake of the other person, but for your own well-being. The Stoics emphasize the importance of accepting things beyond our control, including the actions of others. Holding on to hate and resentment towards someone who has created a toxic environment only serves to harm you, contaminating your present and casting a shadow over your future. Stoic principles provide tools to help you forgive yourself and free yourself from this load of negativity in several profound ways. First and foremost, focus on your inner landscape. The Stoics believe that true power lies in governing your own thoughts and actions rather than being at the mercy of external events or the behavior of others. To reclaim control of your inner world and make space for serenity and emotional well-being, it is crucial to forgive yourself and release any lingering animosity. Forgiveness, according to Stoic philosophy, is not about condoning the toxic behavior of others. Instead, it involves accepting their actions, acknowledging what has happened, understanding that it is beyond your control, and choosing to move forward with a lighter heart. The renowned Stoic Emperor Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Embracing this mindset allows you to discover your inner strength and reclaim your power through the act of forgiveness. Breaking the cycle of negativity is another vital step. Resentment acts like a prison of your own making, and by holding on to it, you allow the toxic individual to continue exerting a detrimental influence over your life, even if they are no longer present. Forgiving yourself can break this cycle, freeing you from the emotional shackles of the past. However, self-forgiveness is not an overnight process. It requires time and deliberate effort. Here are several practices to foster forgiveness. Start by recognizing your feelings. Acknowledge the anger, hurt, and resentment you are experiencing instead of repressing them, which only slows the healing process. Practicing self-compassion means treating yourself with the same empathy and kindness you would offer a friend in a similar situation. Understand that you are not only a victim of the other person's negativity, but also of your own response to their behavior. Strive to evaluate the event objectively by shifting your perspective. Was the toxic individual acting out of malice, or were there other factors influencing their behavior? Shifting your perspective can cultivate empathy and understanding, paving the way for forgiveness. Forgiveness is a profound gift you give yourself. By letting go of the burden of negativity, you create space for emotional healing, growth, and a more fulfilling life. Picture yourself embarking on your journey with a lighter backpack and heart, ready to embrace new adventures with renewed strength and tranquility. By applying these Stoic-inspired methods, you can transform from a passive victim of toxic people into a resilient warrior of your inner peace. Remember, a life free from negativity is a life worth fighting for. Additionally, consider how this process aligns with the broader Stoic philosophy. The Stoics taught that our peace of mind comes from within and that we should focus on what we can control, our own responses and attitudes. By forgiving yourself, you align with this philosophy, taking charge of your emotional state and refusing to let external factors dictate your well-being. This shift in focus not only lightens your emotional load, but also empowers you to navigate life's challenges with greater resilience and grace. To deepen your understanding and practice of forgiveness, reflect on the teachings of other Stoic philosophers as well. Seneca, for example, advised, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." By letting go of grudges and negative feelings, you free yourself from the imagined suffering these emotions bring. Epictetus, another Stoic sage, emphasized the importance of accepting what is beyond our control and focusing on our own actions and attitudes. By internalizing these teachings, you can cultivate a mindset that naturally leans toward forgiveness and emotional freedom. As you continue on your journey, remember that forgiveness is not a one-time event, but a continuous practice. It requires patience, self-reflection, and a commitment to your own well-being. Each time you choose to forgive, you reinforce your inner strength and resilience, making it easier to let go of negativity in the future. Over time, this practice will not only lighten your emotional burden, but also enhance your overall quality of life, enabling you to face challenges with a calm and centered mind. 13. When to walk away. Picture yourself in your tranquil Stoic sanctuary where you've cultivated emotional resilience and set firm boundaries. Despite your efforts, the persistent negativity of a toxic individual threatens your peace. Knowing when to step away from such situations is a cornerstone of Stoic wisdom. Deciding to distance yourself from toxic relationships, especially with close family or colleagues, can be incredibly daunting. However, prioritizing your mental well-being is essential. Stoic philosophy encourages living virtuously and making rational choices. Maintaining a relationship that disrupts your inner calm goes against these principles. Therefore, Stoicism advocates removing yourself from harmful environments to protect your emotional health. Imagine your inner peace as a sacred oasis, nurtured through self-care and Stoic practices. The negativity of a toxic person can feel like an assault on this sanctuary. Safeguarding your emotional well-being requires stepping away from such draining dynamics. Seneca, the great Stoic thinker, reminds us of life's uncertainty. The whole future lies in uncertainty. Live immediately. Remaining in a toxic relationship wastes precious time and energy. By choosing to distance yourself from what weighs you down, you create space for positive relationships and experiences that uplift your spirit. Accepting what you cannot change is central to Stoic philosophy, including the behavior of others. Deciding to walk away signifies acceptance of an unchangeable situation and a deliberate choice to free yourself from negativity. It's not about abandoning someone, but about reclaiming your peace of mind. Moving forward is a decision that deserves careful consideration. Reflect on whether you've tried other strategies, such as open communication or setting boundaries. Evaluate whether the negativity is a persistent pattern or a temporary disruption affecting your well-being. Stepping back doesn't have to be abrupt. Gradually withdrawing, politely declining engagements, or limiting interactions are effective ways to protect your inner peace. Remember, prioritizing your well-being by distancing yourself from toxicity is a powerful act of self-care rooted in Stoic philosophy, paving the way for a more positive and fulfilling life journey. There are 13 principles and clever ways we want to present to you in this video. By embracing the principles of Stoic philosophy, you can free yourself from the weight of past grievances, reclaim your inner peace, and live a life filled with strength, tranquility, and emotional well-being. Forgive yourself, let go of the burdens of the past, and step forward with a renewed sense of purpose and resilience. Your future self will thank you for it. Thank you so much and see you in the next video.